Hey folks, this is Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge. As you saw on the thumbnail, we're looking at this flashlight today. It's not too long, 2,200 lumens on here, and I'm in a sense rushing this review just a little bit because there's less than 10 of these left at GearBest. I think it actually says there's about 5 or 6 left of these. It is not a budget flashlight. It does cost a little bit. It's around $104 US. But the features on here are quite good. You've got 2 buttons to control it, and then a USB port underneath here that's protected so that you can charge it right there if you want to. Charge port right there. Of course, you can also take it apart and take the battery out if you want to charge it that way. So let's unscrew it. And so you can see that this is one of these big, large 26650 batteries right here, 4,500 milliamp hours in here. And you can see inside, hopefully you can see the light. I'll give you better shots later on. Really good contact surfaces right there. Very, very well-made device. Big, strong springs in there, and lubricated threads here. Nice O-rings to give it a good waterproofness. And you actually have a little screen on there that tells you what's going on, so you can actually see the number of the lumens that you've got it on for. So you press the button and turn it on, and it'll tell you how many volts are left in the battery. And then you take the second switch here and you press it and turn on the lumens, and it says 20 LM right now. And it's on at 20 lumens. And I can press the button again. And now it says 450 lumens, and it's 450 lumens. And I can press it again, and it's 1,500 lumens. And there's a special way to get to the full 2,200 lumens. Instead, during this mode that I'm going through, it just goes through the main 3 so that it won't get super hot. The turbo mode, gets hot quicker and stuff. And so there's a special way to access the turbo. I shouldn't say special way. There's another way to access the turbo mode. For almost every scenario that you're going to come across, 1,500 lumens is going to be enough. You've also got strobe, you've got beacon, you've got SOS. You've got everything you need. Really nice lens here. A nice crisp reflector, not one of those orange peel ones. And so it's got a really good throw on this, really good brightness. I like the blue anodized base on here. It just gives it a nice touch. So it's a good size, good weight. Stick around for a closer look at this flashlight coming at you right now. Other than the flashlight, the rest of what you get in the package, and here's the packaging, very nice packaging. A nice QR code so you can get there easily, or you can just type in the address. There you go. Nice little baggie here with 2 O-rings in it. That's always a very good thing to have. And then you've got your manual right here. And also in the package, I didn't pull out before, you've got your nice USB cable for charging. I haven't been using this cable yet because I've got so many cables. And you get a nice little pouch here, and it says IMALENT right there on the tag. So you can carry it on your belt if you use this feature right here. Your belt goes right through here. The Velcro holds on, or you can clip it onto something to hang on. A very good pouch for carrying your light wherever you need to. Very secure, and very simple, but works and looks good. And here's your warranty service. DOA is 15 days if you get it and it's no good. And then you've got a warranty for 5 years. And after 60 months, the warranty becomes a limited warranty. So the warranty continues after the 5 years, but it's just a limited warranty. And it covers the cost of labor and maintenance, and you have to pay for any parts that you would need to get fixed if that happened. So let's take a good close look at this light. I took it apart before, but now that we've got it on our tabletop, we can take a better look at it. It comes with their own branded battery, and I talked about that earlier. If we can get the nice light in there we go. You can see the blue anodized base, and then you can see that coil, the spring at the bottom, nice thick spring for the electrical signal to come through. I've not ever taken the base off. I don't think it comes off. I don't want to wreck the waterproofness by reefing on it, but so that's pretty tight. And the little milled out holes, sections here help give it, a good texture. These squared areas in here with there's tiny little lines milled in them. Very good grip in the hand. And they've got a nice lubricant in here. I just put some on my fingernail, stick it into those threads. A nice O-ring here. It comes with spare O-rings and a large flat face here that merges with the contact ring down in there so that it seals up very nice. A nice thick copper or brass contact right there. If you want to take it apart, there we go. So you can see inside with the chips and the good soldering, you can see the LED in there and all that good stuff. And here's the reflector. It's a nice, fairly heavy piece of aluminum, and the reflector is very, very nice and clean. I don't want to get dust in there, so I'm going to put it back in here. And you've got a nice glass right there. It's a little bit dirty, some fingerprints on it, but it's all sealed up there. And it's also got a nice O-ring and nice fine threads to help seal it off. Those threads are even finer than the threads here where you normally take it apart. So I'm going to seal this back up again. I don't suggest that you take it apart on yours because you want to maintain as much waterproofness as you can. So I've snugged that up nice and tight and nice and light here. Give you a close-up of this USB port. You've got that nice tab there with the arrows to pick it up. And there's the charging port. Very good. Seals off very well. You want to keep that nicely sealed. And let's put the battery back in here. And there we go. Yeah, the positive end goes towards the flashlight end. That's the physical use of this, to see the physical device, I should say. And on this side, there's a little screen in there. So here's the headlight symbol button, and there's the power symbol button. So let's turn the power on. It says 20 lumens on there. Let's see if we can see it. Almost have to make it dark in here so you can see 20 lumens, and it goes back between how many volts are left on the battery and 20 lumens. So you can see that. And the main button you're going to use is the power button here to just cycle through, steady solid light between 20 lumens, as I showed before, and then you've got your 450 lumens, and then you've got your 1500 lumens. And that just cycles every time you press it. It just cycles through that. Now, if you want to see the strobe or the beacon or the SOS, that's going to be over here on this headlight button, and you give it a double tap. I've got on 20 lumens right now. Let's see, put my hand in there. Give it a double tap, and it's on strobe. Double tap, and it's on SOS. Double tap again, and it's going to be on beacon. And it'll come on, flash a little bit, stay off, and then flash again. And so those are the different modes. As you see right here, it says BEA. If I can get it to dark enough so you can see BEA is for beacon. Do it again. It says STR, if you can see that. There you go, STR for strobe. Give it another double click, and it says SOS on there for the SOS screen. So that's a very good thing. Now you're going to ask me, how do I get it to the 2200 lumens? It's very simple. This button that looks like a headlight, let's turn it off and do it from there, but you can do it from anywhere. It has memory. The last thing it was at is where it'll stay at. Memory doesn't apply to the turbo mode, I don't think, but it applies to the other settings. But all you have to do is press and hold it for 2 seconds. But you have to be careful. Don't let go too soon, because if you just press it, it'll go straight to that brightness, but you have to count till 2 before you let go. Don't let go as soon as you see the light, because then it'll just turn back off. So you press, the light comes on, you count to your 2, let go of the button, and now it's on. Let's see if we can read that screen. There you go. It says 2,200 lumens. That is a bright, bright light. And it works very, very well for that way. It's got a thermal function in here, thermal protection. If it starts getting too hot, it'll start flashing 8 times on here, and it'll dump it down to 900 lumens. 900 lumens is still very bright. You can buy a lot of flashlights that only go up to 900 lumens. Well, you can buy a lot that only go to 200, but 900 is a really bright flashlight, so the thermal protection mode is really good for that. It's just an excellent flashlight. Your throw is over 600 yards, just about 600 meters, like it's 596 meters or something. So that's the, when you saw the cone, when I had taken it out, you saw how long it was. That's because it has that more narrow throw. So it's a nice focused beam that goes a long distance, which is a really good thing. They're calling this a tactical light. And yes, it certainly works for that, because you need that nice long throw, and you've got the high lumens, and not a crazy weight. Easy portability, fits in the hand very well. It's easy to get used to the 2 different buttons, and it's good having 2 buttons for functionality. IPX8 down to 2 meters, so you drop it just about anywhere in water and it's going to be fine. This is a very good flashlight. We're going to take some, I'm going to try to do some video in the dark. I'm going to go into that bedroom that I use every once in a while, and I'll show you a few of the things about this. But as I repeatedly say on my reviews for flashlights, it's very unfortunate, but my camera adjusts to the amount of light that it sees. And so if I show you this thing at 450 lumens, and then I show you it at 2,200 lumens, what you're going to see on the screen when I'm shining it against the wall will be identical. It'll look exactly the same to the video. And that's just the way the camera is. So you're just going to have to trust me that it works how it's described, and it is super bright. And I like this light an awful lot. But we're going to take a little bit of video and take a look at it in that back bedroom downstairs, which is the darkest place I can build up or create in my house. We're expecting snow again tonight, and, you know, cold outside and snowing. It's just not a good place to take video of a flashlight. So stay tuned and watch that, and then we will have our final comments. Okay, I've got, this is the 20 lumen light right here. So we're at 20 lumens. You can see the narrow beam that it leaves, about the width of one of the panels on the door. A lot of the different lights that I test have a wider throw, and it's roughly from the outside edge of one panel to the outside edge of the far one, from this distance from the camera. And I'll give you the distance, from along the floor between here and there. It's right around 12 feet, but I'll just double check that and put that on the screen. And I will give you the dimension of how far across the beam is as well. Roughly, the size of that panel right there. So 20 lumens, and watch what it looks like just before the camera adjusts the light. So I'll make the switch, and then you'll see the camera adjust the brightness of the light. So we're at 20 lumens, and I'm going to press the button, and it's going to go to, what's the number, 450 lumens, something like that. There you go. And you see how much brighter that is? It does adjust. But the size of the beam, so the width of the beam there, is about the same, but much brighter. And it says on my screen right here on this little LCD, as I showed you before, and press the button again, and it's going to go to 1500 lumens. There we go. That's pretty bright. It lights up the room very well. And as I mentioned before, if I want to do the 2200 lumens, I've got to press the other button and hold it. And now it's at that brightness. Now, you didn't notice as much of a difference on the camera. It might not be much difference at all. In person, there is a bit of a difference here between 1500 and 2200 lumens. It is only 700 lumen difference, so it's not a huge amount, but quite bright. So there's 450 lumens. It's a good light. Now, it is super bad weather outside, so I can't really show you how good it is outside. I've got to publish this video. Let me assure you that the throw is claimed to be 600 meters, well, just under 600 meters. It definitely throws that far. It actually throws a fair bit further. We've got construction, and it's more like 750 kilometers from the backyard of my house, well, off to the side of it, my neighbor's backyard. And I could light up the side of that building quite well using this light. So it's definitely a tactical light. The narrow beam can be used that way, but it's also just a great light to carry with you because it's small enough to carry with you during, just regular activities, and very, very nice. So here we go. There's one thing I forgot to mention, and that is an important thing. These are gold-coated contacts, gold-plated, which will help keep them from corroding. So it's just small little touches like that are so abundant, the little touches on this. There's a reason it costs, just over $100 US, and that's because it is made super well, very functional, high quality, good light, that if you're looking for something that is going to perform when you need it to, and you want something of this physical size, of this super brightness, that is easy to get to the turbo mode, easy to get to the SOS mode, or the strobe mode for that matter. Strobe is probably more important. So it's easy to get to the full brightness, easy to get to strobe, and, it's got a good water protection and good drop protection. It's a good all-around flashlight. Then I would like to get you to consider getting this. If I can get any coupon codes, and I think I've got some, they will be down below in the description. I got mine through GearBest, and I recommend GearBest, for a couple of reasons. I've had very good service from them, and, they help me out. I'm an associate with them, so if you use my link to buy this, or if you use my link and then you end up buying something else, I'll still get a tiny bit of a commission from it, and that helps keep this channel running. So thank you so much for watching this channel, Goods, Gadgets, and Gear. Let your friends know about this channel, and subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. Please and thank you. I appreciate it very much. And so until next time, don't get caught in the dark without a good flashlight. Bye now.